Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aliazati Husna binti Zuhaimi. My matrix number is 2022469876 and this is the video for our CSC186 group project. Before we start, let me introduce my group mate first.
Hello, my name is Idina Humaira binti Muhammad Faisal and my matrix number is 2022699096.
Hi, my name is Nur Shahidatu Shazia binti Shariful Nizam and my matrix number 2022677164. Now let's start. For this project, Merlo Hijab Store is a hijab brand that is having trouble tracking down their customers and sales. Therefore, we decided to create a program to help assist them.
In this program, the manager can adjust customers' information, calculate price, and determine which customers who get a discount based on whether they are a member and if they bought a bawal flower or shawl embroidery. In this project, there are 5 classes. The first class is customer class, which has an aggregate relationship with hijab class. Then, there is a hijab class which is the super class, which has a polymorphism relationship. After that, there are 2 subclasses which are class bawal and class shawl. The last class is the main class, which is Malur apps. In customer class, there are 3 data members: string name that will fetch the customer name, phone num that will fetch the customer number phone, and string membership that will fetch the membership status of the customer from the input file. As you can see, there are 10 customers for today and there are the customers' information. In customer class, there is a normal constructor, setter, and getter.
Now, for superclass hijab, there are also data members. First, private string material, which is what kind of fabric the hijab has, either soft cotton, chiffon or satin. Then, private integer quantity hijab, which is the number of hijab bought by the customer. And lastly, private string color, which is the color of the hijab. All of this will be input by the manager after. In this class, there is a normal constructor, setter, getter, and also 2 abstract methods. One of them is a processor double calculate price and the other one is a printer string to string.
Let's move on to the subclasses. The first subclass is class bawal. There are 2 data members for this class. The first one is private integer size, which is the measuring of the bawal. Then there is private string pattern. There are 2 patterns, whether it is plain or flower. In this class, there is a normal constructor, setter, getter, a processor, and a printer. For the processor, it is used to calculate the price of the hijab bought. If the customer bought a bawal size 45, then the basic price is 50 ringgit for plain pattern and additional 5 ringgit is added for flower pattern. The same goes for the other sizes. The basic price for size 50 is 60 ringgit and the size 55 is 70 ringgit.
The second subclass is class short. It is similar to bawal class that also have 2 data members. The first one is private double length, which is the length of the shawl. Then there is private string design. There are 2 designs, whether it is embroidery or abstract. In this class, there is also a normal constructor, setter, getter, a processor, and a printer. For the processor, if the customer bought a shawl with a length of 1.8 meter, then the basic price is 65 ringgit for embroidery design and additional 10 ringgit is added for abstract design. The same goes for the other length 2 meter. The basic price for this length is 75 ringgit and the additional 10 ringgit is added for the abstract design.
Now, let's move on to the last class, which is main class Merlo apps. The first step is to read all of the customer information from the input file that was shown earlier in this video. After reading all of the information, we are going to store it in an array for later use. Then, the second step is to get the input from the manager regarding the customer's purchases. After inputting the information for hijab, the manager will input whether the customer bought a bawal hijab, which is type 1, or a shawl hijab, which is type 2. Depending on the entered information, the program will execute based on the hijab type. For bawal type, the input will be size and pattern, while for the shawl type, the input will be length and design. After that, all of the information will be stored in its respective arrays, and the information will also be stored inside the output file. After that, the program will calculate the total sales of all the customers from respective hijab types and the price of the customers who get a discount. The customers will only get a discount if the customer is a member and buys a bawal flower or a shawl embroidery. Later, those who get a discount will be displayed on the output interface. Now for the output file, it displays the customer's name, membership status, quantity of hijabs bought, the size or length of the hijab, the pattern or design of the hijab, and lastly, the total price for each customer. There are also the total sales for respective hijab types before discount and the total customers for each hijab type. Now, that is all from us for this group presentation. Thank you for lending us your ears and have a great day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.